Thoughts on the beginning of the chapter, bro? Ginny and Kuma's sadness while he was being revolutionary.
It hit, and you know what? I know Oda didn't have time to finish the manuscript, but honestly, I think it gave it a different feel to it.
That is so crazy, bro.
That's how you know we're a crew, bro.
Yo,
we were saying the same
we
shit, bro.
literally said the same thing, bro. That's so crazy.
That's funny.
俺はルフィ海賊王になる男だ
Hey guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Thank you.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Never whack, bring it back, and we are back with Sitdown, episode 87.
What's going on?
Yo, I love the enthusiasm every time I say the chapter number. Y'all be holding it down. I be expecting the awkward silence, and then y'all be giving me a little background. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all the
Hell yeah, bro.
Got to.
I am here with the Strawhat crew, not as of usual. We do have Strawhat out in the building, though. What's going on, brother?
What's good, y'all? For the first time in a long time, shout outs to my beautiful wife. It's our 6-year anniversary. We've been married for 6 good years, and I'm hoping to keep the train going. So
yes, sir.
Yes. Congratulations to you and your lovely wife. You guys
Congrats, big man. Congrats.
Are great people.
Thank you.
Had the pleasure of meeting both of y'all at a what tournament was that? Combo Breaker?
Combo Breaker.
Yeah,
it was either that or Frosty.
Yeah. It was fun. It was good times. Definitely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. G is not here at the moment. He may or may not come depending on how late he gets back to his house, but we got Senior Pink here holding it down for Mr. G today.
Good choice. So
we'll see how long he lasts. D3 also won't be here again this week. He'll be back soon handling his business. But last but not least, we got that boy YHuss in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm chilling, man. I felt it was a bit lacking without a shout out. So first off, let me actually shout out Mod. Congrats on your anniversary.
Thank you.
Shout out the crew. I actually I had to go digging for this shit. I have like my buddy went to Japan recently, and he got me a like cloth thing that has Luffy and Shanks from Film Red. So like Luffy's
sick.
up here, and then Shanks is on the other side here. So it's like
that's sick.
I think you could like hang it up or something. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this, but yeah, it's been in my closet for a while, so yeah, I had to show it for because shout out Mysta. Treasure Trove episode 3 is up. That's my treasure right there. So check out Mysta's video.
See, now I feel like a dickhead because I ain't got no treasure to show off. You feel me?
No, I just needed a shout out. That was what it was. I'm not gonna lie. I just turned that shit into that right now. I just thought about it. I was like, oh yeah.
You showed up a little bit, bro, but it's all good. Mr. G's new episode of Treasure Trove is out on the YouTube channel, so make sure you guys do check that out. But yeah, we do still have a chapter to go over. Just the 3 of us for now, but we do have a lot of shit to go over. So, we should be able to keep up. Should be able to keep it going with just the 3 of us. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get into it, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, actually, before we get into it, let's talk real quick, right? Because for the first time ever in One Piece's entire history, the Oda could not complete the chapter. I don't know if we got a specific reason.
We definitely did not.
Right, but I think he only let out gave out an apology that he just couldn't finish it this week, and he submitted the chapter in an unfinished state. Yeah, what do you guys make of it, man?
Let me see. I don't know, honestly. Like I was looking at what some people were saying about like if this was the first time in history Oda's done it or not. Some people saying it's not the first time. Some people say it is.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think concretely it is.
I think so too.
Yeah, and so I don't think it's something crazy because when I looked at what other people were saying about other mangaka not being able to finish, this happens to other people too. Now, sometimes it could mean an illness or something like that, or some type of emergency as to why some people they just couldn't, but it doesn't mean something inherently is wrong.
Right.
I don't know which way to take this because like you said, Oda's never done this, but I'm assuming since we haven't heard any news otherwise that it's not something crazy.
I agree.
So you don't think there's anything to be concerned about?
Not yet, because normally they're pretty transparent with us, right? Like Shueisha or like whatever about Oda's well-being. Because I mean, let's be real here. Oda's kind of like their golden goose.
The breadwinner. No, absolutely.
Yeah. So if something was going on with Oda, I feel like we would have heard something by now. Like, you know what I mean? Like either he was sick or I don't know, just something along those lines. But I think maybe it's just Oda had a lot on his plate, and maybe just this time was the one time he just couldn't do it, which is fine. I mean, you know, if a guy was coming to work, you know, 100% of the time for like 20 years or whatever straight, and there was one day he was late, I don't think that's like a cause for concern. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
that's fair. And that's definitely fair.
Yeah, and like on the point of like other manga artists who've done it, like I was reading Black Clover last year, and it happened. Like there was a page that was like more sketched than this chapter, but that was indicative of a health problem. Like he actually took time off after that, and like I think Maud brings up a great point. They have always told us like well in advance, like Oda's not feeling healthy, so he'll take a 2-week break, or you know I'm taking eye surgery, blah blah blah. So. Until they say it, I don't think it's cause for concern. Like Maud said, like not everyone can be 100% all the time. I've heard people say like I was watching Morge's review, and he noted that like there's a lot of different shadings that Oda tried this chapter, that maybe he was doing a lot of new stuff. So there's so many reasons you could possibly think of that I think immediately going to a negative is a bit too premature. So I'm hoping he's good. He has a chapter break ahead of him.
Right, because we have a break this week, so he'll definitely get a break.
Yeah, so you know, I'm not stressed.
That's definitely fair. Before we go, one more question before we actually go into the chapter. We obviously, God forbid, we want Oda to be healthy and happy and be able to finish his life work and live out the rest of his life in peace, right?
Yes, of course.
Let's say, unfortunately, God forbid, that this was signs of something bigger, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask this question, but I already know what you guys are gonna say.
I have a feeling.
Would you guys be okay if One Piece moved to a semi-monthly / monthly format?
Yeah, I'd be okay. I read Berserk. Vagabond stopped in the middle of its manga. So many mangas it happens so many manga where like he just like they come out every Black Clover is now once every season, so 4 chapters a year. Like it happens, and I think we're actually so lucky to have 3 chapters a month. So if it happens, it happens, man.
Yeah,
but I'll be okay with it. I obviously hope it doesn't, and I hope Oda.
Right, so that's why I want to ask the question, because obviously you want Oda to be healthy. I don't think anybody here is evil like that. You know what I mean?
Of course,
right.
Of course.
Yeah. It is what it is. Definitely. Hope Oda is feeling healthy and he'll get back into the flow of things, even if it means slowing down a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I mean, even if it did go like monthly or semi-month, whatever it may be, like, you know, first of all, we don't have a say in the matter. It's
absolutely.
It's what absolutely. It's like it is what it is, and so like, you know, anything. But regardless, even if we somehow, some way did have a say, I still would rather Oda, you know, prioritize his health over this, because at the end of the day, we love One Piece, but I'm not. I don't care for One Piece enough to put it over somene's, you know, life. So
yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oda, you to go. We love you. Hope you stay well, man.
Facts.
Do what you gotta do, man. All right, so let's get into the chapter. Like we said, Oda didn't finish the chapter, so some of the pages are rough. I might need your guys' mod and YHuss. I might need y'all's help with some of the panels, because even when I was reading it, I was a little confused.
Me too.
So yeah, we'll figure it out.
I will say some of the emotional moments, the weird like unfinished shading, it almost added to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
like,
I actually fully agree. I think there was definitely one or two moments while I was reading and I was looking and I could tell it was unfinished, but it added to the feel that the page was giving, the impact. Yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree.
I was like, yo, hold up. Oh, like my heart literally sank when I was like reading it and seeing that shading. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like a different manga almost.
It made me feel like it made me really like hurt. Like really reading it.
That shit was lit.
I was like, oh shit. And I didn't even know it was unfinished. I was like, oh my goodness, Oda, you were fucking amazing. Honestly, he's still amazing because some of the best artistry or the best like, works is shit that's done on accident. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
You spin, bro. You spin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Chapter 1098, Bonnie's birth. We start out this chapter at the Revolutionary Army HQ, right where the last chapter ended, where we received news that Ginny was kidnapped.
I will say, like, this page is like a bit of a time skip for sure. I think because Kuma is already acting sullen and
you're right. Okay, yeah. You're right. I feel like there's a flashback in the middle.
There's parts, yeah.
Parts
like
that go back.
Okay,
okay. So there's parts that go back. So right now we are a little bit of a time skip ahead from where the last chapter ended because we are in a separate incident. We got people requesting aid from the Revolutionary Army for a rebellion in Tumi in the South Blue.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard that nation before. I'm gonna search up on Wiki.
Okay. Ivankov says that their forces already spread thin. They can't give aid right now, but Kuma immediately volunteers himself. Ivankov tries to stop him and says he's been pushing himself too hard, but Kuma's not listening. He's a man on a mission, and he is automatically on the battlefield wreaking havoc. From here, we get kind of flashbacks between the night that Ginny was captured and present day. So yeah, we see the news break that Ginny's been captured, and then we get a shot of Kuma's face. I believe is this in the present? This face right next to Ginny.
Yeah, this is like him right there with the cloak on into.
Yeah, so this is him in the Zoomy, right? Giving aid. He looks so stoic. That shit is actually crazy, man. Then we go back to when Ginny was captured. They say a celestial dragon had his eye on her and that she's been taken on a government ship to be a celestial dragon's wife. We see Kuma in shock. And as we see Kuma liberating helping the rebellion in Tumi, we see that... See, is this the snail is back at the flashback?
It's back in the flashback, yep.
I feel like this format is so strange. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think it's like how much like despite all the wins they're taking and becoming a bigger organization, it's like it never escapes Kuma. That's all he thinks about. I think that's what the formatting is trying to show.
I like that. You know what? I actually like that. I like that. That makes a lot of sense to me. It makes sense why it's bleeding back and forth like that.
Yeah, it makes it a bit hard to read, but I think that's what he was going for.
No, okay, I mean, I think it's just because I'm trying to explain it as making it.
I don't envy your position.
Okay, so Revolutionary Army frees this place. Kuma calls Dragon, and is this panel him saying that he's taking a ship home?
I guess, yeah. He's like,
okay, because I guess he's too tired to pop himself back.
Yeah.
Okay. In between, we hear the people that were around when Ginny got kidnapped apologizing.
Yeah, it's all he thinks about, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Man.
Yeah, it's definitely fucked up. Very sad. we get a bubble just officially saying that she was captured and made a celestial dragon's wife. And then 2 years later, we see a ship. And on the ship, we see a figure with a baby crying. And we see the figure say that we're here, Bonnie, to the baby. Pretty much implies, Ginny and Bonnie.
Yep.
We then go back to HQ, I believe. And we find out that Ginny has called Ivankov and Dragon and Kuma. She says that she's back to the lower world because she was, in marriage while. She lets them know that she got sick, and because she got sick, they didn't want her anymore, and they dumped her away. She says that she really wished she could see them, but she only called to say goodbye. Kuma obviously doesn't want to hear this. He wants to talk to her, see her one more time. He says he can be there immediately. Ginny says he's sorry, but she's dying and it won't be long now. Don't come for her. She tells Dragon and Ivankov to watch over Kuma. And before she can finish her sentence, Kuma immediately runs off, knowing the one place that she would be at. But as he pops off, she utters one last word and tells Kuma to just remember that she will always love him.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, do y'all want to talk about anything before? Because I feel like I've just been going through it, and Kuma's going through the worst time in his life, and I'm just so reading through it. Like,
bro, I'm trying not to cry, bro. This shit is actually so fucked.
This shit was so fucking sad, bro. Reading through this shit. Do you want?
I will say, like, because we're gonna see, like, the rest of it. I think now is a good time to talk about the call. I'll say, like, for some reason, by the way, like, I read it the day it came out. I've read it since, but like now it's really hitting me. Like, I'm really emotional hearing you read it. It's so fucking sad, man.
Yeah.
And I hate that Kuma missed her saying she'll always love him. That's the worst.
Well, that's one of the saddest things.
That's gonna stay with me, bro.
Yo, like, bro, that shit really fucking hit when I read it. And Oda is the GOAT at emotional high points, and I think that this is one of his peaks, man. I'm not gonna lie, dog.
No, this is so sad.
I haven't felt this way reading a One Piece chapter, and I really can't remember. It's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
Because there were moments in Wano that hit those emotional peaks, but I don't think it was to this degree.
No, nothing. I think in One Piece.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is like the same tier, if not above, like Robin and Laws, like sadness. Like, this is like this is just, oh my goodness, man.
And it's crazy too, because like the reason why it's so powerful is because the way Oda set this up at the very beginning, with having Kuma as such a stoic and mysterious figure, and then we finally seen everything this man has been through this backstory, and even early in the backstory, all the bullshit he's been through and everything. And now, mind you, he did go some years, happy with Ginny and all that, but even then he was still doing stuff like suffering for the old people and all these other little things here and there, like, just for it, because it feels like Kuma can't get a straight win. And that's why it's so powerful, because it's like there was one person that was his home, one person that really kept him, going happy, because you saw, like, she been gone for 2 years, and this man has not, like, it seemed like this man has never smiled since then, because all that other bullshit, his parents dying in front of him, well, one of his parents dying in front of him, his mother dying, him being a slave, him being beaten, and all these other horrific things, paying for old people, he still managed to smile after all of that, with no impact, with no force from anyone. Jenny's gone for 2 years, kidnapped. This man is completely miserable. It conveys such a powerful point.
Real quick, is that Mr. G?
Yeah.
He was going. I didn't want to
yeah, you feel me? I saw him and I was trying to get you in there, but then mom was going crazy. I had to let him rock, yo.
Nah, that's fine.
Yo, Mr. G in the building. What's going on, brother, man?
Let's go.
What's good, guys? Callie, I sent you the link.
I got you.
And quick shout out to Linda and Ned Riker. They were my mom's church friends, and they had passed recently. And today's memorial that I went to was the church making like a nice little memorial plaque for them because of all the charity work that they did, like food drives on the weekend and stuff. So
nice.
I wanted to be there for my mom. So
some nice people, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and also good shout out. My team won again yesterday, yo.
Yo, the tone switch was insane. That threw me back.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I respect it though. Congratulations. That's lit, man.
Oh man, yo, I was hyped because like a lot of the kids that weren't getting playing time because they weren't put in effort and actually scored goals.
Nice.
So the growth is awesome, and I'm just super proud. And we have one more game. We win next week. We go up a flight, like a division next season. So
let's go.
Nice. Congratulations to you guys, man.
Thank you. How you guys doing?
We are doing our thing. You feel me? We are in the chapter review. I have the stream up on Discord if you want to look at it. We're only like 4 pages in right now.
Yeah, we just saw the call with Ginny. Thoughts on the beginning of the chapter, bro? Ginny and Kuma's sadness while he was being revolutionary.
It hit, and you know what? I know Oda didn't have time to finish the manuscript, but honestly, I think he gave it a different feel.
Yo, that is so crazy, bro.
That's how you know we're a crew, bro.
Yo,
we were saying the same shit, bro.
Literally said the same thing, bro. That's so crazy.
That's funny. No, but like it had like a different gravitas to it, and I really fucking enjoyed it.
Yo, beautiful word choice.
I was about to say gravitas. That was a nice word. I can't lie. That was a good one.
I'd be reading lately, bro. Just trying to level up, bro.
We're getting the noggin right. I respect it.
But no, like that shit is sad. But at the same time, because I know Mom was talking about how for 2 years he wasn't 2 years passed, right?
Yeah.
But since she was kidnapped, and I'm just like, I know people were complaining about why didn't they do anything to get her back, but like we don't know exactly what happened during those 2 years, and they were probably spread out then because they're just starting out and shit. So
that's a good point. I that was something that I did see a lot of over this chapter over the past week. A lot of dragon slander.
Yeah,
a lot of dragon slander. A lot of motherfuckers started been slandering dragon. So you don't think it's warranted?
Not essentially, because like this is a moment of war for them. Like this is like they're trying to start something. Just because one person gets taken, like they still got to keep it moving. Like and like I feel like that's what. We found out we didn't find out who it was, but we would know that it was a Celestial, right? Did they talk about that?
Yeah. We only know it's a Celestial,
Yeah. So we don't know who. So like we don't know if it was like a tactical thing, like they were trying to bait them to come and make a trap, or it just circumstances happen that way. But I don't know. I don't think the slander is warranted because, like I said, Dragon's looking at the bigger picture, and at that time, like it just wasn't in the cards to save her. And
yeah, I think we just have to be like realistic. Like if punching Celestial Dragon brings one admiral down to the Holy Land, like or to Saboti, then like if you try to storm Marijua,
or wherever she was,
so I mean, so like you honestly like, and they're like Mysta said, they're like a fledgling organization 2 years ago, right? So like I'm not gonna lie, the memes were hilarious, by the way, but yeah, it's just it's not the same situation as something like Annie's Lobby where they're just now watched her get on the train. That's who they're comparing him to, right? They're comparing him to Luffy and Garp. But yeah, so I just think it's a bit unwarranted, but the memes were hilarious. I can't lie, I was laughing.
I will say, 1,000, almost 1,100 chapters, we still haven't seen much of Dragon doing anything either. So
Bro, even post Wano, they said some people like this is something the Marine said that it's almost like Sabo is the most prominent member of the revolutionaries right now, and it's like that's crazy. What has Dragon done lately? Like we got to know more about him, but we will. Oda's just like Kuma, just like all these people. Oda's hiding his characters for a reason.
Yeah, because it's definitely saying the same thing about Kuma years ago and now look, so that's definitely fair.
And I'm curious, is like, did they not act like, aside from like them just starting out, because if they had all went and got snuffed out, that would have been it for the Revolutionary Army, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I wonder if they knew who kidnapped her and if that deterred Dragon and them from going after it. Like if it was like a Fingerland was protecting them, or someone, you know, someone of known stature, like they were just like, nah, let's not, like that's not a good idea. But you know, I'm very. We got some answers, but we still got some more questions. So
yeah, absolutely.
We never really got to talk about the fact that, like, you know, we were all wrong about, like, you know, who could have potentially kidnapped.
Yeah, we were.
Ginny.
We said holy. The closest was the Holy Knights because they're a celestial dragon type, but it wasn't a celestial dragon, you know. So
and yeah, we still don't really know how the celestial dragon got their eyes on Bonnie, or not Bonnie, Ginny, right? Yeah.
So, well, they showed like Kuma saw Dragon in the newsletter, right? So
what do you mean?
Like Kuma, when he was talking to Ginny, he's like, "Oh, look at Dragon in the news. He's so cool." So I'm assuming like members like that, you know, like.
So you think it was just
she was a captain too. She wasn't like a small member. He might have just seen her in the newspaper. And was
okay.
Like, oh,
so you don't think it's worth anything?
This is actually what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking actually right now. In that we were talking all these theories about Saturn trying to get back Kuma, blah blah blah. But like, it's kind of crazy how often Oda shows us the depravity of the Celestial Dragons is that there's not that much thinking to their savagery. They just you know are satisfying their base instincts and desires without caring about what happens to these people. That's kind of, I think that's honestly what this is. That's why we'll get to talk about, you know, like a lot of the theories about who it could have been or whatever. But my real belief is that Oda will never show us, and it's because like it was just some piece of shit celestial dragon, and this is what they do, and this is the reality of the lives of the people.
So going off of what Callie was saying, so I was gonna ask you guys, like, do you guys think it was a targeted attempt or it was just coincidence? Like, you know, like just bad.
I think it was coincidence.
Bad. Okay. All right.
What do you mean coincidence? Like,
you know what I mean? Like, wait, Mysta, you mean that it had nothing to do with Kuma, right?
Just like it's a not just a regular piece of shit celestial dragon, like one that knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like went after her for a reason. Like,
I think that's what YHuss is saying at the stop. Yeah, that it was just a random celestial dragon just saw her and kidnapped her.
I think it's coincidence just off the simple fact that she got released 2 years later, which by the way has me kind of baffled because I did not know that they did that. Like, you know what I mean? I thought they just kill them.
But not just that, but this disease is crazy. Just sunlight and they turn to stone.
We'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
But the one thing I am kind of wondering is like, how come they didn't fight back there? Because they're the revolutionary. They're not like regular citizens. You know what I mean? Who probably would obey to something like that.
Absolutely,
like,
I agree with you.
You got people like hell. I mean, you got literally Zoro about to cut off like a celestial dragon's fucking head the minute he disrespected him, and let alone a whole organization that's literally built against celestial dragons, and yet she went like just like that. Like,
well, they said they said they got caught off guard, right? And Callie said like the guy snuck up on them last chapter. You said that you saw the foot.
Yeah.
And it was Ginny and some foot soldiers, respectfully. You know what I mean? I definitely don't think they like, because they were so like apologetic and, you know, remorseful about how they let her go. So yeah, I think they definitely tried, because like you said, it's uncharacteristic for them to not.
Yeah. It's crazy that they survived though. That's why I'm like, did they just like kidnap her and and bounce? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm like, is it targeted? Because I feel like...
Yeah, I honestly don't know if I agree with you guys that this was just a random... I feel like there's still some questions that... I guess if you look at it from y'all's perspective, it wouldn't be important. But
Or
I'll
say it doesn't have to be important.
No,
it could
yeah, but no, I feel like there's a good chance that it
is important.
that there's more to it because I feel like we just didn't get enough. You know, that's just how I see it.
And I feel like if it wasn't, I feel like Oda would have said it. You know what I mean? Like
said what specifically?
like who it was, or showed like a picture of a regular looking ass doofy ass celestial dragon taking her away or some shit like that.
That's not a bad point. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
He's hiding it from us.
Yeah, exactly. Like how you be saying about like dragon and stuff. I feel like they're hiding who the celestial dragon is. That's
there are theories. I'm sure some of us have heard of them. So we'll get to them later.
They could be there. They could be, honestly, he could be saving it for later on in this flashback. Like maybe Kuma come across that celestial.
That person, and then we see like the test of faith with Kuma, and then like, you know what I mean, like being tested, cool. Like, so we'll see.
Wait, let's keep going, Kelly.
Okay. Kuma has made it back to the home island. Frantically looking for Ginny, but unfortunately, her entire face and body and all of her skin has turned blue and hard as stone.
My bad. I was ahead on that.
You know, it's all good. She said we find out that after she's exposed to natural light, her skin transforms. Kuma asks what could have happened and then starts crying as the elders tell her that she crossed the sea by day to ensure her baby lived in case anything happened to her. We see that the baby made it safely as Kuma holds Ginny's body in his arms. He then turns to the baby and then says, "Don't worry, Ginny, I'll raise your daughter."
Real ass nigga, man. This guy's the
man. We were wrong, bro. Like everything that we thought how Bonnie was related was wrong. So she is the daughter of Ginny and I'm assuming the celestial dragon that married her.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
which is crazy. So Bonnie's half celestial dragon, which is another crazy thing.
Explains a lot, man.
It does explain why she's survived in so many things, bro. Like,
yeah, and why the Gorosei give her like, oh, she's just a little girl. Don't worry about her too much.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll let her die if like it comes to it. But yeah, it does explain a lot. And I just to say like we were all wrong about what it could be. I just think another thing is that like, well, I don't think anyone expected Oda to ever do something like this.
No, yeah.
Yeah, this is very dark. Trigger warning.
It is.
Trigger warning. This
is
very, very dark. I don't think Oda's hit this pocket specifically before. I saw a couple people in Twitter on uproar about it.
Whoa.
I don't think it's. I think it's just writing. You know what I mean?
Wait, like uproar in what sense? I'm a bit curious. Like, is it worth talking about, or is some clown shit? Because it's an interesting point. I'm pretty curious. Okay, you tell us if it's not what we're talking about. It's not what we're talking about.
It's not. Honestly,
this is one of those things where like giving too many people too much space to talk is like not a good thing.
Yeah,
niggas will take it. Yeah. Niggas will take it way too left and be clowns about it. It's not like it's funny, but it's not a space. It's not the place to be a clown. You know?
No, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Let's just keep pushing. But yeah, Oda really went out of his comfort zone with this one.
He did. I'm not gonna lie, because last episode I wanted to say something like that, but I was like, nah, that's a bit too dark for Oda. Like, for that to be the case.
Bro, when we were reading 2 chapters ago, my buddy literally said something like this, and I was like, whoa, what manga is that? What manga are you reading, bro? And I was
like, that's some berserk shit right there. But
no cap. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, it shows that Oda's not afraid to hit these these real life situations. Like that's some crazy shit, bro. And I absolutely love Kuma for doing what he did. He's
the man. He's the man, bro.
The realest nigga in this whole show, bro. This is so fucking crazy.
Absolutely, bro.
It's so crazy.
I think this is like this answers all the questions, right? Like why they call her a little girl, because she's like 12 years old at max, right?
Yeah.
And the Buccaneers are still extinct. It's not Kuma's blood daughter, so all the questions are answered.
Wait, so how do you infer that she's 12 years old?
Because Ginny got captured 14 years ago, and it's been 2 years since she got captured.
Oh,
she could be max like 13, right?
Yep.
She's like
Holy shit.
maybe like max 13, maybe even 14, but
So 13 right now in the story.
yeah, she's max 14. I'll say that. I think that max 13 is like the height of our
That
son.
fucking explains so much. Holy shit.
Crazy.
She's crazy, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
Oda
know
confirmed
what?
it with the time thing. I've been keeping up too with the with Oda's time cards too to make sure. I'm like, okay, well, this age that she would be this.
Yep.
Yeah, she's definitely either 12 or 13. Like,
Okay,
max or
this
something like
is
that.
what I saw people in an uproar about. Now I remember. It's still some clown shit. It's still some
I
clown
already know where it's
shit.
going.
But yeah, because she's technically 13, some of the scenes that she's been drawn in, people have been coming down on Oda.
Whoa, wait. In defense though, there is one thing. Now, if her powers are like the rust fruit, where she ages up, but her mentality doesn't age whatsoever, yeah, I would kind of condemn Oda for something like that. I ain't gonna hold you. However, with her fruit,
it's the age fruit. So I see where you're going. Yeah, I see where you're going.
Yeah, and she's pulling different timelines where she is older and stuff like that. Maybe her memories are still the same from when she was younger, but this is also a mature Bonnie. This is actually a mature Bonnie. She's just, masking herself as this. But this is her with a grown brain, grown, figure, all that. So I think that's a little different, in my opinion. Now you can feel some type of way still. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, I'm about to say about you treading a real thin line, bro.
Because this is a thin line, son.
It is a thin line. That's true.
I'm treating it as such.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
I think if anyone said that, like, if a point was that he didn't have to draw her in certain scenes, I don't think I can disagree. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. I don't think it's as egregious because I think people do be dragging. I don't think it's as egregious as people make it out to be. But
yeah,
but yeah. What about this disease?
This
body?
disease.
Yeah,
this is crazy. It's like a vampiric type of thing, bro. Like, you can't get exposed to natural light. That's OD.
Yeah. By the way, let's not lose the irony of the fact that you can't be in the sun.
Yeah,
like,
that is.
The sun, like the whole, Nika and taking away the ability to be in the sun. Like, it's a very, and like, what was the goal of the fisherman people, right? To stay under the sun with all the people. Like, this is a fucked up disease, and what the sun stands for in this series. So
the way you're explaining it, you're making it sound like it could be intentional.
I guess that could come off. I didn't mean it like that, but it could be. It really could be. But maybe Oda's just writing it in a way that's like, it's such a fucked up disease. Yeah. But it really could be intentional. And I've heard some theories about it. Some I think are like kind of reaching. Okay, so some people think that like the Sapphire. Apparently, this is just a fact that it's connected with the planet Saturn. People say that.
Okay.
I was thinking of something else just now, but we'll keep going.
There's one theory I really like, but this to me is okay. So some people have taken this Sapphire and Saturn connection to extrapolate a little bit and say, oh, Saturn could be this Bonnie's father.
But I mean, that's a little bit of a reach, yeah.
In present time, Saturn is holding her up to a firing squad, so I'm not sure.
He's like, my daughter, you shall die.
yeah, and he was brushing her off the whole time. I don't see. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's reaching a bit.
Yeah, I think that's a reach.
Maybe there's more to it and I didn't catch all of it, but yeah, that's what I saw. I think the one theory I really like about it, again, I actually think that I still think Oda might not just might not show us at all. But if this Sapphire thing does become a thing and it means something, who's the one person we haven't seen outside? Emu. He's always shrouded in darkness.
Yeah.
So if that's the fact that he's infected with this thing, and he can't go out in the sun, and he's the enemy of the sun god, I think that adds something to it.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
Also, Emu might have this disease. Okay, that's interesting. I like that.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
I definitely do think that this isn't the last that we'll see of this disease for sure.
Oh, wait though.
Mysta, you probably about to say it, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but isn't Emu one of his places have sunlight coming in, like with the flowers and stuff?
Flower garden. I gotta look at the panel again. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, there's that, and plus later this chapter, I don't even think staying out of the sun keeps you safe from it fully.
No, facts.
So
there's something actually I think about this disease is that I'm assuming Ginny got it from the celestial dragon that wanted to marry her or whatever. And I think there's a clue about what the doctor says later in this chapter about how it's rarely seen now and there's no known cure. And I think it kind of reminds me of when Nami got that illness from Little Garden because it was like 100, like however long that island's been in the past for, and that like the current human body was not equipped to deal with the microbes from it, right? I think it might be a case of that where this segregated community of celestial dragons carry diseases that the regular human people don't have the antibodies for, and I think that might be part of why they, even if they carry it, they don't display the sickness of it, and he might have given it to Ginny that way. And also, like, I think there's also this kind of makes us have to question why most celestial dragons wear a
bodysuit, a
bodysuit and the astronaut helmet.
And the helmet.
That makes sense.
Shit.
That makes sense, bro.
Quarantine. Holy shit.
Bro. So one thing that I was thinking, like this disease kind of gave me like the feel that they were kind of turning into like the coral reef type of thing, right? Like the blue, because coral reef is like bluish and stuff, and I feel like it's like the opposite of what happens when you eat the devil fruit, right? Devil fruit, you can't go into the ocean. But I feel like this one, you know, the sun is the fucking enemy. The natural light's affecting it and turning you. Yeah, it's like the opposite. And I just
you're onto something, bro. I just
think it's something, you know, something to it, like something, you know, that Oda's trying to give. I don't know exactly what, but it's like there's something there to it, bro. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
I agree. I actually like that. It's really good.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna see more of this later, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's keep pushing.
Yeah, I just don't want to think like when he transferred that disease to her is like when he did his, like the celestial dragon did what he did, and then that was it, and then she got sick from there, and then you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Definitely fucked up. All right, let's keep it pushing.
Yeah.
We see the memorial of Ginny, and then we fast forward a little bit later to Kuma taking care of baby Bonnie with all the elders from the village helping him out. They're just trying to teach him how to feed her with a bottle and telling her that she'll need to sleep in an iron cage if she sleeps next to him, so he doesn't crush her by accident. It's pretty funny.
It was cute. It was very funny, and he can't hold her properly. You know,
it's pretty funny. We also see that she has Ginny's appetite. She's chugging down a giant bottle of milk.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, that shit's as big as her. Holy fuck.
Yeah, because Kuma's holding it.
Exactly.
And she's chugging it down. So the elders remark that she's got Ginny's appetite, which makes Kuma flashback to Ginny and shed a little tear. Really sad stuff. We see Bonnie's first words being "daddy," which makes Kuma start crying. We see Bonnie getting older and eating more and being all around the villagers and stuff. Looks like she's having a pretty happy life. But we also see in between Kuma taking care of her, he is still in the Revolutionary Army, and he's balancing taking care of her, bathing her, feeding her, sleeping with her, with doing Revolutionary Army missions. One of these being we seeing a panel of a young Sabo,
very cool,
lunging at Kuma. Really interesting stuff. When you guys know when this might be?
I'm assuming this is like training. Like when he joins, because I think Sabo joins 12 years ago or something like that. So
I think it was 12. I think it was sooner than that.
Luffy was 7, right? And Luffy's 19 now.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's about 12 because Bonnie looks like
Bonnie's a bit older now, like 2, 3.
Yeah, because she seems like because remember she was 2 already.
It was 12 years ago, yeah, or like 1, or like she was, yeah.
So she's like 4 to 6 around there.
Well, we know she's not 5 yet, at least.
Yeah, but
yeah, she's like 3, 4. So yeah, this is definitely Sabo training after he joins, which is meant cool.
I love the paneling in this, bro. Like seeing the parallels of his good life with Bonnie, raising her, and then seeing the horrors of fucking war. You know, saving people and shit like that. Like, and also I like that they put the cage panel in too.
Yeah,
You mentioned it before. Yeah,
it was cute. Yeah, it was definitely cute. Yeah. So we fast forward until we see some of the villagers looking for Kuma in the church. They get into the church and they ask Kuma why he has barricaded all the windows and the doors. Kuma tells them to shut the door and then tells them to look at Bonnie. She has a stone under her eye, a blue stone, which is a sign of the same thing that killed Ginny.
Yep.
The two villagers go to get the doc. I don't know. We see two different people here. We see a doc and then we see an old lady. Is this just a second?
They're both.
opinion?
Yeah, they're just doctors that they've tried. And
Okay, so it's just two different opinions. Yeah.
Okay. So for a second I thought the old lady was the lady from Amazon Lily for a second, and I thought the doctor was the one with Laboon, but I was wrong.
Oh.
Dr. Close? No. What's his name?
Crocus. Yeah. They're literally quack. They're well. The first one's a quack doctor. The other one was familiar with white lead disease that Laws City had, but so she's a real doctor. She knows what she's talking about, but she just doesn't recognize the Sapphire skill.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this forces Kuma to quit the Revolutionary Army because he wants to figure out what to do with his daughter, trying to find a cure, or at the very least be with her. Dragon says, make sure you live without regrets, and we will do everything we can to help you out.
Which I love. Dragon
Dragon's
is a real one for that.
Dragon's definitely a stand-up guy, absolutely.
Yeah.
We flash forward to now 7 years ago, where we have Bonnie at the age of 5.
What?
She is running after some village kids who are calling her a vampire. He's telling them, get lost, don't get found, stupid brats, and flipping them off.
Hilarious panel.
This panel is really funny. It looks
so emotive.
Yeah, it looks more like a comic strip than like a manga panel. It's real funny stuff though, yeah. The bullies keep bullying her, calling her a vampire, and waiting at the door where the sunlight is, trying to egg her on. But she just gives them a flying kick from wherever she was standing to the door. And makes all of them run away.
Yo, these kids are bastards, bro. This is a fucked up way to make fun of someone.
Right?
It's so funny, bro. Like, because he's holding a cross.
Yeah,
and
that's
she's
funny.
Like,
that's a good joke.
She's like, this is a church, you stupid idiot. Like that shit was so funny, bro. Like, I'm already... this shit's not going to hurt me because I've been living in a church. Like,
yeah, dumbass.
No, it's funny. That is pretty funny. I can't lie. I didn't even notice that until you said it. It's funny.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, these kids are bastards. This is like, bro, they're literally, she can't leave, man. Let her live, bro.
Yeah. So we have Kuma fretting. Obviously, he doesn't want Bonnie going outside. She says she's just joking and that she knows. Kuma tells her not to do it, and then she says something sweet. She says she doesn't want to make him sad, so she won't do it. We see Kuma crying, telling her she's a good girl, babying her. We then see them later on, Bonnie venting about how they made fun of her jewels. That she can't help that she has the disease, which lets us know that she knows that she has a disease.
Mm-hmm.
We then see Kuma butting in this funny panel, his face.
I love his face there.
Dad Kuma is sick, I can't lie. Dad Kuma is adorable.
Yeah, he is.
But he says they're just jealous because it makes you look so beautiful. And it's completely changed her perspective. She says she loves them. Beautiful dad moment.
Agreed. And one thing that I really loved was that he says, what, your jewels? And we know that when we get introduced to Bonnie, she's called Jewelry Bonnie, right? It just hits even more that she picked that name because that's what her father gave.
You also see she wears a piece of jewelry under her left eye in the same space where that where those rocks were.
Absolutely.
So we can assume she was cured by the disease, but because her father always complimented it, she still wears that little ring under her eye.
Yep.
Bro, I'm not ready for this, bro.
I'm
It's
not
just too
either.
emotional, man.
Yeah, I'm not either. This shit is gonna hit, man. We then see Kuma and Bonnie. We see Kuma asking where would Bonnie want to go after she's cured. She talks about Sky Islands that she saw in the book, which is really cool. She says maybe Nika will be there since it's close to the sun. And then we see Kuma doing the Nika song. This is beautiful stuff, man. So we also know that Kuma has been recanting the tales that his father told him to Bonnie.
Yep.
About Nika. So Kuma says maybe when you turn 20 we can do that, and then she asks what do you want to do when you turn 19. She says Fishman Island. So they have hope, they want to cure the disease, but unfortunately in the next panel we find out that won't be so easy. One of the doctors, I'm assuming it's probably one of the Revolutionary Army doctors, but
yeah, that's a good assumption because
we
know
know
Dragon
the town
would-
doctors, and then we find out that Dragon was gonna help him out. So we find out the disease is called Sapphire Scales, and that there have only been a few cases in recent memory, and all kinds of natural light, including sunlight, moonlight, cause the stones to spread. But even if you completely shelter yourself from light, it will eventually spread over time. And the doctor lets Kuma know that she has 5 years to live at best, and she will not live to see 10 years old. Really sad stuff. And then out of nowhere bursts out Bonnie. And one of the most tragic, this shit is absolutely tragic. She says that she heard everything, and that she heard age 10. Kuma tries to play it off.
Yep.
But she says, oh, I heard it all, age 10. And before Kuma could finish it, as Kuma's trying to think of something to say, he says, would you believe the doctor told me that you won't get better until you reach age 10? So yeah, he lies to Bonnie.
Yeah,
Bonnie immediately jumps for joy. She says she's gonna get better when she's 10 and she can go around the world. And Kuma is just in absolute fucking awe and remorse. Yeah, he just straight up lied to Bonnie.
Yeah, you can see his face, and he's like, "No, what did I do?"
Done?
But,
He's definitely he's fucked up here. To end off the chapter, we go one more year into the future, where we find the old king tyrant has returned to Sorbet Kingdom, and he's going to burn everything he thinks is weighing the country down, which is mostly the southern province.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the chapter ends. But we also if we go back like 2 chapters ago, or maybe a chapter ago, when we weren't sure if they killed the king or not, and then we now have our answer.
I was just thinking the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
Good catch, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, they not killing people really. Like Dragon and the Revolutionary, they're not killers from what.
Should have killed this nigga though. Anyway.
They definitely
Agreed.
should have.
Agreed.
So yeah. Bonnie, as of this point, shouldn't be alive right now. But we know that she's alive.
Facts, but she is somehow.
Yeah.
So we know that, or we can assume that they find a way to cure or beat this disease.
I think it's her devil fruit. Honestly.
I think so too.
So you think her devil fruit finds me? Oh, you know what? Because she does timelines, right? Maybe she finds a timeline where she doesn't have the disease.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. And also, mind you, too, I went back to check because remember a long time ago when Egghead first started and Bonnie was caught in the giant Yeti.
Yeah.
Or Eddie.
Eddie,
And,
yeah. Yeti.
Say Yeti. I went back to see what she like. You know, if Oda drew that thing on her cheek, whatever. Because I remember I theorized. When she was in that Eddie, she actually was her actual like true self because of devil fruits nullifying. Water nullifying devil fruits. And I look back, and it looks like honestly like something is there, but she's upside down. So
it's her piercing. It's her piercing.
Yeah, it's the piercing, right? So I'm thinking that as long as she stays as an adult or somewhere past the timeline that she's at, she's good. I think, in my opinion. At least that's what I'm theorizing.
I like that theory because that would explain why she's always in her adult form, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Exactly, and she could pull from different timelines too. So when like times where she turned into a kid and stuff, that could have been a timeline where she didn't have it as a kid or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I think another thing we could I feel we have a little bit of setup for is Vegapunk maybe helping her somehow, because I mean she knows him since she was a kid, and we've seen Kuma and Vegapunk have like we saw that scene where Vegapunk asked to see his memory, and Kuma's like, that's far too personal. So there's a little bit of a rapport there, and obviously we know that Kuma, that's why Kuma through Vegapunk became a cyborg. So I think that is like another avenue that's possible. That might be like, I feel like the most like pragmatic one, like the one that's like, oh, she was just cured by this scientist and because the revolutionaries know Vegapunk, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I think the one that I heard that I didn't really like at first was that Kuma repels the disease and takes it upon himself. And I think though obviously Kuma now is not full of scales, I think it would fit his self-sacrificial nature, like in the ultimate way. And maybe the reason we don't see the scales is because his skin is literally metal now, and there's no scales, there's no skin for it to grow on. I've heard that, and I thought maybe, but I didn't like it at first. But now I think it's like that's something Kuma would do.
Definitely.
I don't. The only reason why I would dispute that is because we got a chapter ago or 2 chapters ago when we got more explanation on Kuma's powers. He specifically said, I can do minor diseases.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
this
I'm saying?
This is a major disease. Yeah, I see what you mean.
This shit is death, literally. I thought about that too, but I don't. There's really anything to explain it. So
yeah.
Plus, it's like also pain and stuff too. And I don't know if you're in pain when this happens, or I don't know if you are, but I don't know. I think that I don't know. I don't think that he can do that either. Just straight up.
No, that makes sense.
No, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
But yeah, if anything, I think I'm leaning towards Vegapunk, and I think this might be the deal that he cuts with the government to save Bonnie. Oh, also, another reason. Okay, I forgot about this. The Sapphire scale disease. On the topic of it being a disease known more to celestial dragons, and they have the antibodies or whatever, they might also have the cure. So some people have said in comments that Kuma, or maybe Vegapunk tells him that it's a disease celestial dragons carry. So maybe he has to go to them directly to like, please, give me the medicine to cure my daughter of this disease. And I'll do whatever. I'll become a slave for you again, or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought, that was something that I thought about as well.
That could work too. I can see that. Mm-hmm. I can see Kuma, but you know what's funny? I think still all the solution. I think that either Vegapunk or the Gorosei could have given him that age fruit as like the
cure. That could have been the cure, and that was the deal. It's like, yeah, here's this devil fruit. She can use it to cure herself in some way, and yeah, that could be the exact deal.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you guys think? Oh, excuse me. How do you guys think the king plays into this? Because Oda ended the chapter on the king. Yeah. So I don't think that Kuma will just come and wish him away, and that'll be the end of that. You know what I mean? I think he'll have some type of relevance, but I can't see as to how. Maybe something with the fires that he's starting.
Maybe he was in cahoots with the celestial dragons, as we saw.
I was just about to say, I was just thinking of that too. Like he was the one that gave the info to that celestial dragon to go after.
Oh shit!
And then Kuma goes crazy, bro. Like,
yo, I actually really like that theory. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. He's coming back with some I know who you are, or I know what you are, and
yeah,
you know,
like
and
rub it in his face type of shit. That'd be like, yeah,
We might
I'm
see
I'm the one that got your girl fucking kidnapped, bro. And then
or that too. Yeah, that could have been he could be the whole reason behind the whole thing with Ginny happening.
Yeah, and then we see the Gentle Giant finally explode and like obliterate someone, hopefully.
Yo.
And truly get the nickname Kuma the Tyrant.
Yeah, bro is gonna. Yo, wait a minute, because people see this guy fucking push his skeleton out his skin on some Mortal Kombat shit, and then they just go, "Oh my god, Kuma's a tyrant!" Ah, holy shit, yo, we might be cooking here. I ain't gonna lie, I like this. Yeah, no, I do think that the king will have some importance. And see which way it goes. I think that's it. You guys have anything else that we wanted to bring out in the chapter? We talked about a lot.
Just out of curiosity, so what do y'all think is any predictions as to what's going to happen once we get out of this backstory and we go back to present day? Like, is Oda going to show Bonnie younger on purpose or something?
That would be sick if we came back out and then Bonnie was 13 years old and shit.
Yeah.
That would be fucking sick. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I think right now we're at the lowest. I think the crew and all our pro tags are at the lowest they could possibly be. Mm-hmm. So I think they need a win once we get out this flashback. I don't think it could get any worse than Bonnie about to face death, Luffy out of action, everybody pinned down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think at this point we need a save here. So yeah, my guess was either Luffy, Sun God Nika comes up and does his thing, and Bonnie sees Nika for the first time. Either that or Kuma, but I'm leaning against Kuma because I think Kuma has a different objective.
You think so?
Well, maybe not a different objective, but I think it's too cliche for Kuma to just come in and save the day here.
Really?
Yeah.
I do think it's obvious. I do think it's obvious, but I do like it, especially because we've been seeing a lot of Kuma because it's flashback. But like him just come out of nowhere and just fucking smack the shit out of the Gorosei, bro. Like I would love to see that shit. I'm not gonna lie. He just come out of nowhere and just fucking slap that bitch right in the face, send him flying.
And yo, he just ran through Marijuana too, and he's been living as a slave for 2 years. Like imagine the pain bubble he could use for himself to throw onto Saturn to obliterate him.
Yo, that's OD. All of his pain from his whole life.
Bro, that's something.
Nah, that's fucking crazy.
Kuma pain Rasengan, bro, right to his face, son. Like
that would be the size of an island.
Literally.
No, that shit would obliterate the island. Because you guys remember Zoro's pain bubble
was huge.
Yeah, and the area around him when they found him was all rubble.
Yeah.
That shit will definitely do mad damage to Egghead.
That shit's gonna do damage to Egghead, I can't lie. But it could be the cover they need to get out of there, so.
Bro, it's like, yo, that'd be sick, bro.
Because, bro, like, someone like Sanji got, like, held down, and so, like, Luffy's out of commission, Zoro's fighting Lucci, like, we need something huge, right, to do damage to this nigga. So, I think that would be fire. It would also be, like this guy finally getting his due and, like, fucking this nigga up. And obviously he has, the background with him from when he saw him at God Valley and stuff, right? So that shit would be fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
I think, and I one thing I do want though, just one thing, is I want to see Kuma in present day with us seeing his eyes, because I don't think we never seen his eyes one time in the present day.
Yeah, he always has the glasses.
Yeah, and I hope hopefully he gets his memories back and he can actually communicate to Luffy, and Bonnie, and I just want to see like what does he want to tell Luffy right now for the future and stuff. So
I mean, I'm wishing that be the case too, because I'm really hoping that's why his consciousness is not there. It's just because of the lack of memories or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But in the event that may not be the case, if Vegapunk's because he told Bonnie that he's on some type of mission, or he promised Kuma that he would not tell Bonnie what he's doing. So that also makes me a little bit skeptical about him coming to AK, because why would he not say that? You know what I mean? But I'm thinking that there's some type of bigger plot afoot that we will find out through this backstory as to what that main mission is, because I don't think we'll get it in the present day. I think we'll get it here.
And I can tell you a little about Kuma's mission. I think, yeah, I think so. Well, it's kind of what I've been saying a little bit over the year. And Callie, I need you to do me a favor and go to the panel where he's holding Ginny when he comes back to Sword Bay, like near the beginning, actually. With the right there, the cross. Yeah. What's in the middle of the cross? The sun. There's a sun symbol, and that's not the first time we've seen that symbol. But
that cross looks like Mihawk's thing too.
Yeah, Mihawk. I was thinking about that after the chapter. I was wondering about the times that it shows, like, what's it called? Like religious things show up in One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's what made me think about it. Anyway, but this sun, I'm gonna send it to the Facebook chat. Boom, and Discord for whoever that's easy for. If you look at specifically the Kozuki crest that we see at the whale tree and stuff, the sun symbol is in the middle of that crest, and also like all the like Alabasta, the Fishmen, the Skypea, they all have a circle and eight spheres or 8 orbs around it. And I think a lot of people think that sun symbol is a symbol of the ancient kingdom, obviously Sun God Nika and stuff like that. So and Kuma carries around a Bible. And I think another piece that I was saying was that the wings on the Bible's cover, it's a few different types of wings, and that they resemble the people of the Sky Islands. Now, Callie, I need you to go to the page where Kuma talks to Bonnie about where she wants to go.
Yo, real quick, that picture that you sent on the Facebook chat with the Wago Mulan, that kind of looks like Usopp.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Usopp?
Oh, it kind of does.
I mean, it literally says Usopp at the bottom.
Usopp at the bottom, yeah, my bad.
What the fuck? Oh, it's probably post Skypea.
Yeah,
it's probably post Skypea. But yeah, Callie, go to the page. Go to the page where Bonnie's telling the next one, I think. Yeah, boom, on left side. Okay, so she's like, there are islands in the sky. That's right. I saw it in a book. Callie, the last two in the front cover of that book on her left side, that's the Bible that she's carrying. And look, on the next panel where Kuma's dancing, we can see the back of the Bible, I think. Let me just make sure about that.
With the circle, it looks like a target.
The circle,
almost,
and that's what Kuma. That's Kuma's gear right now. We see it in this chapter, like when he's being revolutionary while Bonnie's part of his life. When the page was Sabo, actually, he wears that symbol on his chest, and it's on the back of the Bible. But that Bible tells Bonnie about the Sky Islands. But the wings on the front of the Bible are wings of the Sky people. And there's a sun. There's a priestly figure in front of the sun on that Bible. I don't know what the Bible is, but my point is that the idea that Kuma is part of this church of the sun god, he's like Nika's messenger in a sense. I think it's being solidified more and more. And the two islands in that Bonnie brings up, the Sky people and the Fishmen, are both like, in a sense, allies of the ancient kingdom, because that's where the Poneglyph was, and that's where. Oh, and obviously Nika left an apology Poneglyph to Poseidon back then. So I think the Bible is like some sort of like there's some information that's important about it. Maybe I don't know if it's literally a sun god Nika Bible that has the stories of the ancient kingdom or whatever. But yeah, I think there's a bit of symbolism about this whole thing in this chapter, the sun on the cross and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of, I think that hidden mission is coming up in this chapter too, a little bit. That's why he protected Luffy's ship, all that stuff.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot. No, that's sick though. I like the idea. I guess the Bible definitely has a lot more significance than we thought.
It's important, and the only other thing I can think of, this is a bit weird to me, because like the Fishmen and the Sky people, there's a very obvious connection. But when Perona tells when he on the end of the bark, when he sees Perona, and he asks her, if you were to go on a vacation, where do you want to go? By the way, he says it's Bonnie in this arc, so in this chapter.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah. So that's where he got it from, I guess. So he tells Perona that, And then Perona says somewhere gloomy with a castle that is haunted that I can cast spells in. And he sends her to Mihawk's Island, which is literally called Gloom Island, and it has that castle. But the thing is that before he sends her there, he flips through his Bible. Like, he flips through the pages as if he's looking for something that matches the description that she gave him. So that's a bit weird. And there's also like a little bit of history to that island that we don't know about, right? Like there was some war here a long time ago. I'm not saying it's going to be the most important thing ever, but it could be. But yeah, the Bible is a weird piece of Kuma's.
Yeah, that book is gonna probably have a lot more relevance than we can count.
Telling you, man, Kuma's
I like that.
next level, bro.
YHuss theory, I respect it.
Yes, sir, bro. That's my next video. Actually, it's coming out. No, I'm playing.
You should though.
Low-key should, bro.
But
I don't have a conclusion though. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's fine. I mean, we're just talking. But like, I do like that. And then also like another piece of literature that we know was like Odin's journal, right? So like,
yes, sir.
You know, there's these old manuscripts that are being passed from legacy to legacy. And
Yamamoto called it her Bible.
Actually. Yeah.
She did.
It's crazy. I wanted to ask you guys, before we go, we have an official name for Bonnie's fruit, right?
I think
it's always been the HH fruit, wasn't it?
No, he revealed it in this SBS, right? But I didn't see it.
What it was. Yeah. I think
Let me see. Bonnie fruits.
Like, they're not giving us one of those
Toshi no Mi, which just means HH fruit, I think.
Okay. Cause you know, Oda be like giving us like I wasn't sure if it was officially stated or not. You know, like what her fruit was. But yeah. Okay. I'm really curious when we're gonna get that. I'm wondering if it's next chapter.
Yeah, man. What do you guys think next chapter covers? What do you think that the immediate impact is? Obviously, something with the king and stuff. But what are the lengths you think it's gonna go for? Like how far in the future will we go with this chapter?
I think we're still. I mean, Oda didn't finish it, right? So I'm assuming we're still gonna be here. Kind of. I just think the king is. We're gonna find some. Like, because there's no reason for the king to be coming back like this, right? Like, the king got wrecked. So, the fact that the king is coming back here means he got some leverage. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. How much longer do you guys think the flashback lasts? I think we're definitely still in like the heat of it a little bit. I think we still got a couple more at the very least.
I'd say at least 2 to 3 chapters is my opinion.
Me too.
I was thinking too, but I wouldn't be surprised if like we get the conclusion of this and then like aged up, like we might go back at the end of this, maybe.
He'd have to zoom. I think 2 is like realistic.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't show us that much, because we have to see obviously this. We have to see him be a king. We have to see him get deposed as a king. We have to see him as a revolution, as a what's it called?
I can see that just being panels though too. Like
he could zoom through it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, that's it. Anything else?
That's it, boy.
That's it.
Let me consult my notes. Yeah, that's it.
YHuss, archaeologist, the king himself.
It's one of those ones, man. It's one of those ones.
Yeah, and I was absolutely. We definitely got more to cover, but for now, that will be it. Thank you, everybody that tuned in with us. Shout out to everybody that watched us on Twitch. We appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube, Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, etc. We appreciate all of you guys as well. Make sure you guys follow us, subscribe on all platforms at Strawhat Sitdown. You look us up on Facebook. Oh, not Facebook. Whoa, ew, Facebook.
I was thinking of making a Facebook page. I was thinking about it.
Facebook is kind of.
I know.
We'll figure it out. But we are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Strawhat Sitdown. You look us up, you will find us. All right. We are on break next week, but we will be back for some more One Piece High content. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter and all our platforms so you can keep up to date with us. And that's it.
Yeah, we one sub away from 200. One
sub away. Somebody. I know one of y'all watching is not sub. Please, one more sub. Please. We would greatly appreciate it, guys. All right.
Make another account and sub for us.
We greatly appreciate it. That's all we need. That's all we need. All right, that'll be it for this episode, though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, y'all take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate you guys, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Later, guys.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Straw hat, sit down, crew in the building. We promoting to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mysta, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We